Hello, I'm Tris from Schumacher and I'm here to talk to you about the all-new CAT PB. So, the new CAT PB, it's our new four-wheel drive platform from Schumacher. It's pretty exciting. Luckily, I've got Dave with me behind the camera.
Good afternoon.
And we're going to discuss all the details of this wonderful new car.
So Trish, before we get into all the details of the new platform, why the name? Why CAT PB?
Okay, so the CAT PB was named in honour of the late, great Phil Booth. He's a legend of Schumacher and someone that we all got to work with at the company and many races got to meet. He kind of had a big impact on many people's lives. So it felt very fitting and apt to name the car after him. And being that this car is a little bit different and special. So it felt like the right thing to do.
Hopefully clears up some questions that some people have.
Yes.
Why the name? So let's have a look under the shell. Let's have the big reveal. What's the main difference between and why is this an all new car?
Yeah, so taking the shell off, you'll see that this all new platform is shaft driven. There's two options for this car. You have the gear diff center and then you have a slipper and fab car. The difference between the two is what we're going to go through now.
Okay, so this would be the dirt spec?
Yeah, so this one is the dirt spec and the other car is the mod. The reason we kind of call one mod and one dirt is the dirt one with the gear diff allows us to deal with low grip conditions. And so with the gear diff, we're able to control how much power goes to the rear and the front, basically, using various oils inside the gear diff. Whereas the other car, which, if you mind, Dave, I'll grab that one and swap places now. Here we have our unit, and the unit has a fab at the front, which is a front adjustable brake. The beauty of that is you can set it so when you're on the brakes, the front wheels don't lock up and cause the car to go up on its front two wheels, which some worlds we call an endo. And a lot of the time, it helps you with the benefits of the car wanting to not flip over when you're on this looser. However, you might want to run it tighter, and that's something that can help stop you a bit better in the corners and poke the nose in. And of course, the humble slipper unit, that allows us to obviously control how much power goes really to the whole transmission, a lot of time the rear wheels. Because it doesn't have a center diff on this, you need to control it a bit more. And so that's really aimed at the carpet, high grip clay maybe, as well as AstroTurf racing. Whereas the gear diff car, that will be kind of suited for bumpy AstroTurf tracks and loose AstroTurf tracks that we have over here in the UK, as well as in various parts of Europe. So yeah. Okay,
so mod car that you're holding at the moment,
yes.
CAT PB
yes.
mod, and then the CAT PB dirt comes with yellow wheels.
Yes.
Mod comes with white wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Main difference is this centre unit, which
yes.
one is a slipper, one is a oil-filled geared diff.
That's right.
Both cars come with oil-filled geared diffs.
That's
front and
right.
rear?
Yeah, so they have the same front and rear diffs on both cars. Basically, there's a lot of similarities between the two cars. Some, when you get the manual, you'll find there's some differences on how they build. There is different front roll bar on the dirt car. And we tell you to put different oils in each one. So it's aimed at getting a kind of, let's say, middle of the ground setup for either track. The thing with, obviously, when you set a car, there's hundreds of different tracks. So we have to kind of give you a starting point.
Okay. So if I've got one of the older, past cars, the L1 range, are there any parts that I can use from that car, like wishbones, hubs, that sort of thing?
There's very minimal things that you can use from the old car on this car.
So this really is a pretty much all new.
Yeah. Basically, it's like front hub carriers, like things that we didn't need to change, we've kept. Some bits that we wanted to carry over from, for example, our LD range, and we have like the rear arms on here because that's what we wanted. but we've updated like the rear hub carrier. We have a new design for purpose part. There's no compromise in this. So the car design, we've gone in with the approach we have what we need, opposed to sometimes we have, let's call it like legacy parts, or well, that bit's what we've got and we don't want to kind of do too much. Whereas this car, we've actually really gone into it. For example, even like the little ball studs on the steering, we've got where we used to have a trapped joint. This is a bit different, and it's got like a different head to stop the joint popping off. But the nice thing is you can still get it off the ball cup. So the ball cup and the ball stud. It's something that I've really enjoyed passing over to the racers because there's been lots of nice things that they've noticed, where sometimes you might do a product, pass it on, and no one really noticed certain details that you've put a lot of time and care into.
So how long has this car been in development? When did you start?
Yeah, so it's about a year and a half ago. The many elements of the car have been in constant development even before that point, because, for example, geometry of the car, naturally we're always working on something better. So a number of those things have been applied to this platform. In regards to the main centerline, our shaft-driven system, there's been a lot of work gone into that once we've got it to make sure it's durable and just fit for purpose really.
And obviously new body shell.
Yes, so this is the S2 body shell. J Concepts have quite kindly made that for us, and it's kind of a general shell for, so you've got the F2 that they do, which is for poor steering, and then you have the P2, which is more for low grip, the S15, which is a bit more steering and low grip, and then the S2, which is just a calmer body shell. So it's a really good neutral body shell to have in the kits, something that a lot of the team like when they're not really sure what they've made their mind up on and track might be a bit twitchy. So a very good body shell from J Concepts.
You mentioned that some of the parts of the suspension are the same and all cross over between this and the older car. I've noticed quite a few differences certainly on the back. There's a couple of white pills that I can see.
The white pills rotate it around for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have on basically every corner a new pill system. This has been partly as the team's request because they like the ability to change the pills in this way. The advantage of these is we can have 2 degrees toe, for example, in a narrow position, in a wide position. It's actually 5 positions of width you can play. So when you run it narrow, it's a bit softer and roll. If you want your car to stop rolling so much in the corner, you can just move your pills. As well as we can play with the roll center height, as well as anti-squat and toe. So very, very universal in regards to what they can do. Have the same pills on the front, again to change the front track width, as well as the front kick up, or you can really level off the pins if you really want to. So this is something that has made things a bit easier, because also in your box of bits you just have one set of pills, which is a big advantage. They're in white, so they're easier to see, which is very important for some of our older eyes, especially mine. It's been hard to help when they've been in some of the darker shades, let's say.
So how has the team got on so far with the new car? Yeah,
so it was quite a nerving thing for me to pass it on to them. But we went to the World's warm-up over in Australia, which is on dirt. And it went very well. So we had a few cars running around, and it went extremely well in early practice. Daniel Kopovic was on top on the first practice on that one, and I kind of relaxed a bit more. I used my ear as much as I could to listen out for any gearbox issues, spur gear issues, because these were all prototype parts. We didn't have those issues, which was great. And so the team got on with learning how to set the car up. We kind of went with the basis of things that we knew from before, from previous platforms. So when coming to this, it didn't always translate. So we had to dial out a bit of on-power steering on the car. So just tuning a bit more turning. But it was great to watch the car go around. It came out the corners really, really well. The guys enjoyed being able to just get on the power and just really bully the car a little bit more. Recently, we've won a couple of nationals with Ben Smith and Josh Holsworth, which we're extremely happy with. On medium to low grip, AstroTurf, which has been awesome. And on high grip, we've been excellent as well. Brock Champion won the Raw Nationals with his two-wheel drive and his four-wheel drive. So we're super pleased with that. And actually, Brock didn't even have the slipper units in the car. So super happy that the gear diff kind of sufficed, so to speak. So yeah, the team's been really happy, really receptive to the car. A new challenge for them.
Okay, thanks Trish. I think that covers nearly all the details, as well as a good overview of the new CAT PB in both dirt and mod spec. Obviously people can go to racing-cars.com for more details.
That's right.
Thanks so much.
And goodbye.